You are listening to Season 2 of The Diary of a Wannabe Writer, the short and often daily podcast in which I chronicle my life and attempt to be a writer by writing daily. Sometimes. Hello, today's Wednesday the 20th of August 2025 and you're listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer. And I've done very little today. I've been in a hotel in Amman in Jordan. We arrived at about 3 o'clock local time, which was about 1 in the morning UK time. There's a 2-hour difference. And I was very tired, even though I hadn't done that much yesterday, because as I said in the podcast, I'd failed to sleep very well. So I hadn't got up particularly, but I was tired, probably because I had failed to sleep, and even though I did sort of lie in, I didn't really sleep during the lie-in either. So yeah, that was okay. And then I slept really, really well. Here, I ordered some breakfast. It was supposed to be a healthy breakfast, and the contents were healthy, definitely. But there was so much of it, and whilst I was on the phone ordering it, she's like, would you like a fruit platter? Oh yeah, go on then. And it was enormous, and I ended up putting the fruit platter in the fridge and eating it sort of for lunch, really. And then, yeah, I've just had some dinner, which was a club sandwich. I like trying club sandwiches around the world. Pathetic, isn't it? And lentil soup. And they had a locally made lentil soup. And they had these croutons, which were bits of some kind of bread, sort of a flatbread of some kind, slightly fried into croutons, and then you put on. But they also gave you some lemon. And I hadn't even thought of that, so I squeezed fresh lemon into this lentil soup with these croutons. It was absolutely delightful. It was really, really nice. So, of course, I've now been Googling lentil soup recipes because that was a very nice thing, and I would definitely like to make some of my own at some point. I have the lentils. I think there's carrot and a few other bits and pieces in there, and then lemon juice. Oh, that was nice. Anyway. The one thing I have managed to do today is I've broken the back of the scene in chapter 6 of not Empress of the Trees. What am I talking about? Still Life? No! Self-Portrait. Get there in the end. English Hikikomori. Broken People. 60-40. Everything else you've ever tried to write. Start again. I've managed to break the back of the chapter I was struggling with in Self-Portrait. So it's quite a simple scene, really. I'm not quite sure why I was struggling with it so much, and I think because I wasn't quite sure how everyone in the situation was going to react, particularly Evelyn, but Molly, and indeed her staff, because I need to give the staff more to do. So we were introduced to Sir Teddy Ainsley's staff. We've got Harris the butler, Angela the driver, and Marion the cook. Angela is Marion's daughter. And so I've given them a bit more to do in that scene, in that moment. So it's come together. It actually reads quite well. So it's the major scene of that chapter, and it's finally done. It's interesting, isn't it? I've written the first 5 chapters and prologue in 22 days, and then it's taken me 10 days or so to write 3,500 words of this one. But that's fine, it works like that sometimes. I'm still not worried about not hitting my word count target for the end of the month because I've written about 3,500 words of the chapter and it's not finished yet, but the scene I was struggling with is finished. And the next scene, which is between Lady Khalida Desai and Meredith, it is an easy one to write. It kind of writes itself. It's although I've already had an idea of how to link the first scene into it, which I hadn't thought of, which involved them receiving a phone call from probably Molly right at the end, and it's going to be interesting because Lady Desai and Meredith often have different thoughts about things that should happen, very, very much so. But on the piece of news they're given, they both have the same immediate reaction. And I think Meredith's thought is, well, hang on, bear in mind what happened last time. I would have assumed you would have gone the opposite way to me. And no, for once they have the same idea and they think the same thing should happen as a result of the piece of news they're given. And there's a very good reason for it that is totally consistent with Lady Khalida Desai's character. So yes, I'm looking forward to getting that written. And because there's a couple more bits and pieces got to happen in this chapter, it's going to be one of the longer ones in this book. Now, bearing in mind some of my Empress of the Trees chapters are nearly 10,000 words long. This one, I think that I've maxed out about 4,500 so far. This one will be a bit longer. It'll probably be about 5,000, 5,500. But that's great because that takes me very close to my target for the month. And I'm still planning to write another chapter this month. As I've said before, it'll be the final scene chapter set in 1918. It's going to need a little bit of research because I'm going to read the book Tani got for me about the colloquialisms and slang used in the trenches and try and work some of those into there. But yeah, no, I'm feeling good about hitting my target for the month. As for being in Amman, I mean, I could have been anywhere. I've barely left the hotel room. Some of the others got a taxi out to, where is it? Petra. You know, the place where they filmed, well, they've probably filmed loads of stuff there, but the one I can think of is the third Indiana Jones film. It's where they find the Holy Grail. And so they've done all that, and I've written a little bit. But then this job is a funny one. I'm going to very slightly overrun here. Apologies, but anyway, a minute or so. But I don't feel that I should do something every trip. I can't treat every trip as a holiday. And my doorbell's just gone. So that'll do me. Thank you for listening. Take care. Bye-bye. You have been listening to The Diary of a Wannabe Writer. For more information about what I'm writing, go to linktr.ee/Richard Writes, capital R, capital W, where you can find details of my website and social media. I may see you there.